GC rivals fail to unseat the Frenchman on tough closing stage to Innsbruck Thibaut Pinot. Groupama-FDJ sealed the overall title at the 2018 Tour of the Alps, fending off attacks from his GC rivals to arrive safely to the finish in Innsbruck. Mark Padun, Bahrain-Merida, claimed the stage win, soloing away from a group of GC riders with just under 4 kilometers to go and holding it to the finish, despite George Bennett, LottoNL-Jumbo, making pursuit. Froome, Team Sky, held on to 4th position overall despite looking off the pace on the final of 3 ascents of the Olympia climb, and getting dropped. He was able to bridge back across to his rivals with the help of teammate Kenny Elissonde. Miguel Angel Lopez Astana took 3rd place overall to add to his Stage 2 victory, while Domenico Pozzovivo, Bahrain-Merida, confirmed 2nd behind Pinot. Mark Padun wins Stage 5 of the 2018 Tour of the Alps. Photo by Tim Dewell. Getty Images. How it happened. The Tour of the Alps peloton rolled out of the medieval center of Rattenberg under sunny skies for a 164.2 km stage that included 3 ascents of the climb to IGLs, which will feature 9 times in the men's road race at the World Championships in September. The first of those ascents would start with 44.6 kilometers remaining, but before then there was the small matter of more than 100 kilometers of racing, including a first-category climb at Outback. As has been the case in previous days, the opening kilometers of the race were fast and furious, and it took more than 40 kilometers for a breakaway to go clear. When it eventually did, the move consisted of 8 riders: François Bidard, Arturo Mondial, Nicola Bagioli, Vini Fontini, Oscar Rodriguez, Euskadi Murius, Igor Anton, Dimension Data, Francesco Gavazzi, Androni Sidermik, Simone Andrita and Manuel Seni, Bardiani CSF, and Gyniv, Israel Cycling Academy. With no GC threats among them, that group was allowed the biggest lead of any breakaway of the race, peaking at nearly 9 minutes at one point before the peloton slowly began to reel them in. That trend continued until the first climb of the Olympia climb to IGLs, which will be used in the World Championships, saw the first action from the bunch, as Team Sky domestic David de la Cruz tapped off the front, making contact with the breakaway on the descent as their gap to the bunch came down to just 20 seconds. De la Cruz continued to lead the front group up the second of the 3 ascents, receiving some assistance from Rodriguez, as Andre Zeitz, Astana, and Tobias Ludvigsen. Groupama-FDJ worked hard to control the gap for team leaders Miguel Angel Lopez and Thibaut Pinot. At the front of the race, the combined pace-setting of De La Cruz and Rodriguez was enough to drop everyone by Bagioli, but that mattered little as Zeitz's fierce pace in the peloton neutralized Team Sky's first roll of the dice with 29 kilometers remaining. As the bunch hit the bottom of the final ascent of the race, 3rd place overall Miguel Angel Lopez broke clear. He quickly established a gap of up to 20 seconds, but race leader Pinot counterattacked with 18 kilometers to go to try and bridge up to him. While the Frenchman wasn't able to drop the rest of his rivals, that effort gapped Froome, who was beginning to look fatigued. 2nd place Pozzovivo was the next to hit out with 16.3 kilometers to go, in a move that saw he and Pinot bridge to Lopez just a few hundred meters later up the climb. That move really put Froome in trouble though, as he was dropped with his 3 key rivals heading out front up the climb. Pursuit was made by George Bennett, who looked keen for a stage win after slipping back to over a minute down, and GC Froome's teammate Elissonde was still looking strong, and eventually was able to help Froome find a rhythm and begin to close the gap to the front 3. The front 3 still had a significant gap as they began the descent to the finish, but that began to drop as they tried to attack each other, and Froome group worked to close them down. With 5 kilometers to go they had been caught, with Pinot now just needing to make sure he followed any moves by his closest rivals. With the GC riders looking at each other, Mark Padun was able to take the opportunity to slip away, having tagged onto the group. He drifted off the front with under 4 kilometers to go, and held it on the flat run into the finish. Bennett made a late attempt to break away, but had left it too late. Froome also made a couple of late surges to try and gap the group, but he was closely marked, and in the end, the GC riders were able to roll in together and the standings remained as they were ahead of the final stage. Results: Tour of the Alps 2018, Stage 5, Rattenberg to Innsbruck, 164.2 kilometers. 1 Mark Padun, UKR, Bahrain-Merida, in 4, 1610, 2 George Bennett, NZL, LottoNL-Jumbo, at 5's the 3rd of January, Hurt, CZE, Astana Pro Team, at 6's 4 Giulio Ciccone, Ida, Bardiani CSF 5 Ben O'Connor, Aus, Dimension Data, all same time 6 Thibaut Pinot, Froome, Groupama-FDJ, at 9 7 Miguel Angel Lopez, Call, Astana Pro Team. teammate Christopher Froome, GBR, Team Sky 9 Domenico Pozzovivo, Ida, Bahrain-Merida, all same time 10 Kenny Elissonde, Fra, Team Sky, at 11's final general classification, 1 Thibaut Pinot, Fra, Groupama-FDJ, in 1-4-1-2-2-9, 2 Domenico Pozzovivo, Ida, Bahrain-Merida, at 15's 3 Miguel Angel Lopez, Call, Astana Pro Team 4 Christopher Froome, GBR, Team Sky, at 16's 5 Fabio Aru, Ida, UAE Team Emirates, at 1-0-0-6 Luis Leon Sanchez, Spa, Astana Pro Team, at 1-1-9-7 George Bennett, NZL, LottoNL-Jumbo, at 1-3-3-8 Ben O'Connor, Aus, Dimension Data, at 1-3-5-9 Giulio Ciccone, Ida, Bardiani CSF, at 1-42 the 10th of January Hurt, CZE, Astana Pro Team, at 1-48.